Hello my friends, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Today is Sunday. It is currently, wow, 12 o'clock right on the dot. I've had somewhat of an eventful weekend. My parents were in town. They came in town Friday, and then long story short, they ended up having to leave to go back home to Florida a little bit earlier than expected because my dad wasn't feeling well. Also, there's another nor'easter storm moving up through Florida, so they had to get back and make sure the house is good. They've been on kind of a tour for the last couple weeks. Totally understand, but kind of counted on having a day with them today. Had some plans. My husband had organized golf this morning with my dad to go with them and a couple friends, but that didn't happen. So Lad is out golfing. My parents just left about an hour and a half ago. So I've been sitting around getting ready. I think I'm gonna go down to the country club and meet Lad and our friends for lunch after they finish up with golf. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. This is the weirdest time right now. It's October 6th. However, it's still about 90 degrees in Nashville. It hasn't cooled off at all. So it's like fall in my head, but I don't know how to dress. You can't dress for fall right now. It's 90 degrees outside. Everything in me wants to be wearing a sweater and jeans and Birkenstocks, like you have no idea, but it's just not time. It's not time yet. So I've gone with kind of an oversized white, just kind of flowy, it's almost like a beachy shirt, and then a little green tank top underneath, some denim shorts, and then these sandals. So I feel like I'm giving summer for sure, but there's nothing I can do about it. Also, these are blue light glasses that I got from, I think, probably Amazon. I'm trying to decide if they give like cool vibes and like add a little something to the outfit, or if it's giving like Jeffrey Dahmer. And if it is giving Jeffrey Dahmer, I need to take them back immediately. Also, we're not going to talk about that. So yeah, that's really the extent of my Sunday plans. I think I'm just gonna kick off another week in my life. We have plans this coming weekend to go back home. Very exciting stuff happening around here. I'll update you throughout the week, but that's what's going on for now. Battery just died, and I have no idea what you may or may not have seen. I was just putting the guest bedroom back together in its original form. So now that that's all done, I do have clothes going in the laundry as well. I just heard from Lad, they're on hold 12, so that means they're gonna be like a good bit longer. And I can't tell, maybe I should take these off. This is really annoying, like seeing this reflection the entire time. I am actually kind of hungry, like really hungry. I don't know if I can wait that long, so I may have to get a snack here at the house and just meet them when they're done, because your girl is hungry. Also, my hair is falling out of this clip. I don't even know how to show you this clip. Let's see if you can see it. It's really cute. It's a little bow clip that I got, I think I got it from a boutique in Franklin. I don't know about it. It's cute, but like not super strong. It's not holding all this hair up very well. I can tell it's falling. Regardless, I'm hungry, so I'm going to get something to eat. I have not been told what time lunch is yet, so I'm just kind of killing time. Waiting on my laundry, sitting here reading a book. My current read is Watchers by Dean Koontz. My mom actually told me about this book. She said it was one of her favorite books of all time, and I know Dean Koontz is like a really highly regarded author, so I'm excited to read it. It's interesting so far. We have a few different like alternating storylines going on. I think I'm tracking 3 storylines right now. But it'll go back and forth like between all 3 of them. So we're getting bits and pieces that add to like the development of each storyline, but I'm not quite sure what's going on yet in each. See, my Kindle says I'm only 17% in right now. I'm on page 67, so not far at all, but I can tell I'm very interested. There's a lot of things that the reader is already trying to figure out and put together. So I think this could be a really good book. I just haven't made it far enough to be certain. So until I get a notification that it's time to go to lunch from Lad on the golf course, I'm gonna sit here and read my book. was on the way and am fully stopped in traffic right now on the interstate. I've been at a standstill for like 10 minutes and my map says there's construction, but I don't see anything. People are turning around and going backwards down the exit behind me. So I have no idea what's going on, but I hope everybody's okay. I hope it's not a wreck. It says construction on my maps, and I don't know what that's about. I'm like a mile away from the exit I need to get off on, so that's equally frustrating. But trying to remember the whole burnt toast theory that like if you get held up and if it seems like an inconvenience, it could actually be like saving you from something. So trying to keep that in mind and just be patient. My friends, and happy Monday. We are out at my favorite park in Nashville and I'm about to go on a walk and I'm really excited. My car says 72 degrees right now, but I think it's a little bit colder than that. The sun usually makes my car seem warmer than it actually is. Woke up this morning, got my work stuff done for the morning. I've got some more stuff this afternoon, but I just feel like it would literally be a crime if I didn't go outside on the most beautiful day like this. This is the first really nice temperature kind of fall day that we've had, and it would just be criminal for me not to get out. So I brought my iced coffee, I have my Kindle, I have my AirPod things, and I'm just gonna go on a walk. I'm actually gonna see if the book I'm reading is on Spotify. I know that Spotify has some audiobooks available. It's currently 11:20. I have a chiropractor appointment at 12:15, so here in about an hour, and I thought it would make sense for me to come this far, do my walk, because now I'm closer to my chiropractor's office than I was at home. So just gonna make a bit of a morning out of it and just enjoy this beautiful weather. Pleasant walks I've ever had. I actually almost overshot my appointment. I needed to pick up my pace a hair. So I ended up like halfway jogging back to my car just to make sure I left in time. I am now heading to my chiropractic appointment and it's just such a beautiful day. I am really enjoying driving around. Change of plans. My friend Jess called. Her and her husband are building a house, which is so exciting. They just told us the news not too long ago. Obviously, it won't be built and ready until next year, but now they're going through all the design appointments and all the things to get it designed and like built out the way they want. So they've asked me to help with that, which I am absolutely honored. That's something that I love to do. It's really fun and I love just being creative in that way. So Jess texted this morning and asked if I could go to the design center with her this afternoon, which I was like, yes, like that sounds incredible. So I think that's the plan. We're gonna meet after my appointment to get some lunch and then head to the design center, which should be really fun. Well, I would say good morning, but it's not morning at all. It's 4:21 on Wednesday, and I completely just like ghosted you on Monday, and I have a good reason. Yeah, so it's Wednesday afternoon, and I'm fully back in bed. What has happened between Monday and Wednesday, you might ask? I did get my period. So suffering through the first 2 days of that has been so awful, and I did crawl straight back in bed as soon as I was done with work today, and I'm honestly really happy about it. Like, there's nowhere else I'd rather be right now. Every single article of clothing, anything that was touching my body was completely overstimulating me so bad to the point where I was just counting down the minutes that I could get back in my bed and just lay here. I have peppermint oil all over me. I have a heat pad. And this is just the place I want to be right now. I couldn't imagine anything else I'd rather be doing. And unfortunately for me, every month, the first 2 days are very much like this. Like, if I have any opportunity to get back in bed, I will be doing so, and I don't really feel that bad about it. So, is that a problem? I'm not sure. Anyway, you haven't really missed much over the past few days because it has consisted of mostly this, at least for me. On Monday, I didn't film any of it, but I went to my friend Jess. She had a design appointment for her house, and I went with her. We picked out some really beautiful, beautiful finishes, and I think they had their follow-up appointment yesterday, so they went to kind of finalize everything, but she mainly just asked for my help for like the first round of inspiration, and she was going for very organic, modern, like I'll put some pictures on the screen. This was very much her vibe. She wanted to see if I could help her put some finishes together that would kind of give this vibe, so I think we did that, and I think she kept most of them. She did say she had to make a couple of swaps, but it was really fun. I was glad to be involved with that. So that was Monday, and yesterday, literally, what did I do yesterday? I don't know. I did work. I've been working the past couple of days because work unfortunately does not go on hold when things like this happen, and if it were up to me, you know, I think it should. Like, I think I should be able to take off work for 2 days every month, and that might sound sissy to people, but truly some women go through quite a bit of pain every month, and I am probably not the worst, like, but I am in a good bit of pain for 2 days. It very much affects the way that I think and like how I'm able to do my job. So anyway, very blessed and very lucky to work from home, because any chance I get, I will lay down, like even if it's just for 5 minutes. If I have to get back up, I will lay down for 5 minutes. But I guess the only other update to share since the beginning of this week, Lad and I joined a gym. Yeah, we actually joined over a week ago, and haven't been until yesterday was the first day that we went. Ironically, that was also the first day of my period, and I went with every intention just to walk, because walking actually does help a lot with the pain. But I ended up doing some chest exercises, like chest and triceps, and then we went back today earlier this morning, and I basically just walked and went to sit in the sauna. I will say a sauna feels so good on your period. It's really, I don't know if there's like science behind that or what, but it actually feels really good. So I was actually happy to do that today. Other than that, yeah, no updates. This is what the first part of my week has looked like. Tomorrow is Thursday. We're getting ready to go back home to Jackson this weekend, and I will probably be seeing my bestie, which I'm very excited about. We might do some fall fun activities on Saturday, so if we do, I will make sure to film that. But for now, I might take a nap. Okay, I have come to sit on the floor and pack. Also, I look like an egg. There's no good way to do this, so I'm just gonna get in there and do it. We're going home this weekend, and I haven't packed, and we're leaving in like 30 minutes, so I must get going. I just got off work meetings for the day, so now it's time to pack. I didn't have time to wash my hair today, so we did a slick pony. I have some, this is actually a hack if you guys wear like a slick bun or pony. I mixed together, I got it off Amazon, I have rosemary oil, like organic rosemary oil, and tea tree oil, and I used a little bit of the rosemary like over time, so my bottle was down a little bit, and so I just put, I think, like 3 dropperfuls of the tea tree oil inside my rosemary oil and like mixed them together. And so whenever I do a slick pony, like as a hair mask, I put rosemary oil and tea tree oil all through my hair, and then put like a little hair mask on the end, especially if I'm doing a bun, and I'll just wear it like this until it's time to wash it, which is gonna be probably tomorrow morning, because I am planning to fake tan when I get home tonight. Lad always prefers that I do this whenever I go home for the weekend because we're not sleeping in the same bed. He gets so annoyed with me whenever I sleep in my tan, because I have one of those like sleep sack things. I think it's called, actually I forget what it's called. I'll show you later, because oh, is that dirty? No, it's clean. Okay, I have to bring it home with me. I'm really glad I said that out loud, or else I wouldn't have remembered to do that. Anyways, that's what we're doing. We're in the floor and we're getting ready to pack. Okay, I have a hard time thinking and packing at the same time, so I'm trying to think of what all we have going on tonight. We have a dinner with our soon-to-be new brother-in-law, or I guess yeah, our soon-to-be new brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, Lad's sister, is newly engaged. Tomorrow I have work. I don't know if I have any plans tomorrow night, probably just dinner with mom. Saturday I'm doing a bestie day with my best friend. Gosh, it's gonna be hot this weekend too. I'm like so ready mentally for it to be fall. I want to wear my flannels, I want to wear sweaters, jeans, the whole thing, like boots. But I did look up the weather and it's gonna be 85 degrees this weekend, so I can't do that. But we're also gonna be doing like a pumpkin patch, that type of situation, and it just doesn't feel right to be wearing shorts to a pumpkin patch. I don't like it, but this is gonna be our only opportunity to go together, so I definitely want to go. I just not happy about the weather. It needs to be fall. So now I'm like, what do I wear to a pumpkin patch in summer weather? I don't know. And then on Saturday night, we have a chili cook-off to go to at a family member's house. Everybody's making chili. That reminds me, I do need to make the chili. So what do I wear to that? We're going to watch the Tennessee game, so I guess something Tennessee. We're playing Florida this weekend. I don't know who Ole Miss is playing. I feel like we might have a bye week, but I'm not too sure. If y'all are into football, last weekend was 1000% just upset weekend. Like there must have been a full moon or something. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt. Tennessee lost to South Carolina, I believe it was. Missouri, maybe. Some like teams that were fully expected to win lost last weekend, so it was something scary. But I will say Ole Miss, oh wait, we played South Carolina. Ole Miss beat South Carolina last weekend. Who did Tennessee lose to? Lad's gonna kill me for not knowing that. He was not a happy camper. I was a happy camper because my team won, and my team was one of the only teams out of all of SEC that like won their game last weekend. So something happened. Now all the rankings are weird. The new rankings came out on Monday. We went up, Ole Miss went up a few spots. Tennessee dropped a few, but also Alabama losing helped them. So anyways, all that to say, Tennessee game should be fun this weekend. And then we have church on Sunday, so I need to think. I'll be back when I've packed. Okay, I just confirmed with Google. Ole Miss is in fact playing, so I will be bringing home my jersey. We're playing LSU this weekend, and I forgot about that. So it's going to be a big game. We have the 6:30 game, which means I will probably just stay in this jersey and have this little hair bow that I have had since I was a little girl. This was in my hair the first time that I went to Neyland Stadium. It's a little bit sentimental and I still have it for whatever reason. I just found it. I think I found this when my parents were moving out of their house. And I was like, I need to keep this. So a lot of times if we play on the same day, I'll wear my jersey and then put this in my hair so I can support both teams, obviously. Okay, well, after quite an eventful trip home, we have finally made it back to West Tennessee. We ended up going like 30 or 40 minutes out of the way. When we were coming west on the interstate, we got to this horrific slowdown. Like everybody on the interstate was stopped, and it turns out there was like an overturned vehicle or like a really bad wreck, and traffic was just backed up for miles and miles and miles. So we had to turn around and basically go the wrong direction for several miles and then exit and come a way that we've never come before. All in all, we're good. We're here. So I'm home. I'm about to start unpacking. It's actually 9:22. We went out to dinner with my sister-in-law and her fiance and just caught up and talked about all things wedding, and it was really fun. So I was really wanting to do my self-tan tonight, but whenever I come home, I usually do it when I come home, and I make my mom do my back, but she's asleep. So I still kind of want to do it because I want to sleep in it tonight and wake up tomorrow to shower it off and like wash this hair. So I might just do it myself, and I mean, nobody's really going to see my back anyway, so I'm probably just going to do that. But I have to show you this. This is so cute. Okay, so I come home, right? I'm in my room. This is my childhood room. The vibes are set. I have a candle going over there, all the things. I have little twinkle lights under my TV. I always love the vibes in here. Okay, I come home to this. Are you kidding me? My mom must have found this somewhere. This is my little hand. When I was 5 years old, you can still tell by my crooked pinky that my hand still looks very much the same. My little pinky. I don't know what this is about. I've heard it's like a genetic thing, but I've always had a crooked pinky. I have 2 crooked pinkies, but my right one is the worst. So I thought that was so cute. Mom must have found that somewhere. This is one of those like plaster kits that I think everybody did in the 90s. Not sure what that was about. But yeah, actually, I feel like Dad has one of these too, because I've seen another one. I'm scared. I am all tanned up and covered in self-tan, ready to get in the bed, but I wanted to show y'all because I said I would earlier. This is the little sleeping bag that I sleep in, and this is the brand. It's called Tan Fan. Not really sure. Pretty sure I found this on Instagram, probably, if I had to take a guess. But it just like goes over your pillow. It's a little sleeping bag that you just sleep in, and it goes over your bedding so you don't get your bedding all nasty from self-tanner. So I really like it. It works really well. I never get anything on my sheets, which is awesome. This is the self-tan that I use. It's the Bondi Sands Aero in Ultra Dark. I have used this for years and years, and it is so easy to apply. It's like a mousse, and it dries really quickly and gives you a really good color payoff too. So anytime I'm feeling a little bit down, a little bit crusty dusty, I like to just put on a little layer of self-tan, and I always wake up feeling better. And usually whenever I self-tan, I also whiten my teeth, and that just kind of gives me an instant little like glow up, other than me looking like an egg until I wash it off. So this is the current situation. I'm about to get in my lovely bed. I have YouTube on. I don't like that I can see myself in the mirror. That makes me uncomfy. I will see you guys in the morning. I'm a little bit delirious. We've had a long day, so I'm gonna go to bed.
Any questions for me?
Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. It's 10:50, almost 11 a.m. I just got off a couple work meetings, and I'm sitting here finishing up a few things, but I look a lot better than last time you saw me last night. Showered, washed off my self-tan. For some reason, it's like sticking to me right there in a weird spot, and it looks like dirt is on me, so if you happen to see that, don't mind. Got up, washed my hair, did a little curl situation today, which I'm hoping lasts the whole weekend, so I don't have to do my hair very much this weekend. That would be ideal. Yeah, and that's really all that's been going on this morning. I was just sitting at the table painting my toes. I wanted to show you something else I found last night, which is just... I just can't. Okay, so you may be wondering, what the heck is this, and why do you have it? Well, I'll tell you. Before Google Maps and before iPhones, before anything like that was around, my cousin Chris and I, which, funny enough, I think I've actually talked about Chris in maybe the last like 3 vlogs, but Chris is my first cousin. We grew up like brother and sister because both of us are only children. Every year we did a family trip to Panama City. This was our map because we were those kids that were like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah, so we were always the kids that were like constantly bugging our parents, like, where are we? Are we there yet? How much longer? And so one trip, they finally, before we left, they were like, y'all should just make a map so you know where we're going. Like, we listed out all the places that we go through in order, so we'd know like, okay, we just went through this, now we're gonna go through op, you know, and the different places, map this all out. I think Chris actually wrote this on the back. This is a packing list, his little packing list of things that he wanted to bring. I think that was a little list of places that we go through as well, but I don't know what possessed us to do this. I think our parents were just really sick of us saying like, where are we there yet? So they made us make this map. We took it with us every single trip that I can remember growing up. In the back of the van, we used to have a minivan. Even when we started like driving separately with our separate families or whatever, me, my mom would go with my grandparents, and then Chris would go with his mom and dad, which are my aunt and uncle. But we always had this thing like in one of the cars, and I just remember having this, and I found it in my closet last night. I thought it was so cute. Something about being home, and again, if you watch my last video, I got all sappy and all nostalgic about being home and just like, I don't know, how fun it is and like all the memories and stuff that I've had in this house that I grew up in. So this is just one of those things. I found it in my closet and had a little moment last night, and I just had to share it. I thought it was so sweet and so pure. This is before things got complicated, before technology, before social media, before life got harder. This is what we did. Anyways, enough of that. Plans for the day. I really don't have any, which is fabulous. I do need to go to the grocery store at some point today. We're having a chili cook-off tomorrow for the Tennessee game at family members' house. Everybody's bringing their own chili. We're gonna do like a little chili competition. So I'm gonna make white chicken chili because I love white chicken chili. I love regular chili, but I hardly ever get to make it because Lad's mom has a really, really good just regular chili recipe. So whenever we make chili, we always make that one. And I never really get to make my white chicken chili. So I'm gonna do it today. Well, I'll probably make it tomorrow, but I need to go to the grocery store to get the ingredients probably today. And the recipe I found on Pinterest is just an Instapot recipe. It takes like 45 minutes. I know you can do it in the slow cooker too, but I actually have plans tomorrow, so I can't. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, that's the point of a slow cooker. But the recipe for the slow cooker takes like 8 hours, and we have to have it ready by like 5 tomorrow evening. So I'm just gonna do the Instapot like 45-minute one. Just go ahead and get it done because I have plans tomorrow with my bestie, and I'm so excited to see her. I think we're gonna do pumpkin patch and all the things which I mentioned when I was packing. I don't even know how hot it is right now, but it's supposed to be 85 degrees today and tomorrow too, I think. So I am in shorts and a t-shirt because I simply cannot. And it just feels wrong to me to go to a pumpkin patch and for it to be 85 degrees, like it's not okay. So yeah, right now I am waiting on Lad to bring my car back because we take one car when we come home and he stays with his mom and his family. I think I will probably go get myself some lunch first. I will go get some lunch but first I go to the grocery store so that I don't go to the grocery store hungry because that's like a cardinal sin. You do not want to do that. I am back from the store. I tell you what, this town is popping, okay? Since I left and since I moved away, this town has become something to behold, let me tell you. Traffic was insane. It took me a while to get from Kroger, and then I just went by Jersey Mike's and picked up a little sandwich since I had cold stuff. I ended up going to Kroger first, which may have been a mistake, but I did it. I only got what I needed, which was great, and then just went to pick up a sandwich, but it took me so long to get from Kroger, not very far, to pick up lunch, but it's okay. I was listening to Bad Omens the whole way, so it wasn't really something I could complain about, you know? So now we're home. I have everything for the chili. I'll show you what I got. It was just a few things. Okay, this is all. I didn't even really get all this. I ended up getting a yellow onion. I brought all this from my house so I wouldn't have to buy whole new things, but I just have chili powder, cumin, and then a little bit of cayenne pepper. And then this is what I got today. Diced green chilies, white beans, and then in the, oh my gosh, can I speak? In the fridge, I have chicken breasts and cream cheese. So I'm just gonna cook everything tomorrow in my Instapot, and hopefully it only takes about 45 minutes is what the recipe said, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, so for now, I'm about to sit down, eat me some lunch. I have a few work emails to catch up on that I saw when I was out, so I need to respond to those, and then I think work should be over for the day, which is great. I had a meeting at 1, but it ended up getting canceled because a couple of my resources are out of office today. So we love a canceled meeting on a Friday. That's all I'm saying. Okay, well, I just finished my lunch. It's currently almost 2 o'clock, and I think I'm gonna take myself out to do, I'm calling them errands, so I feel accomplished and adult and responsible, but honestly, there's just a couple shops that I wanna go to. It's so much easier to get to and from and in and out and like park at stores here in my hometown than it is in Nashville. So like in Nashville, if I have any shopping to do, I will put it off at all costs. Like, don't want to be a part of that, but I will put it off until I come home, and it's just so much easier to get in and out and, you know, park close to the door or whatever whenever I'm home. So with that being said, I brought home a couple things that I did get in Nashville at Target, and I might need to exchange a couple things for a different size. So Target will probably be one. I do kind of want to go by Books A Million and see kind of what books they have in stock and see if I'm inspired by anything. I'm currently reading The Watchers, maybe. I don't know if it's The Watchers or Watchers by Dean Koontz. It's an older book. I may have mentioned this in a vlog before, so apologies if I did, but Mom and I are actually reading it at the same time. She's read it before, said it was incredible. So I started it not too long ago on my Kindle. I'm only like maybe 30% through with it, but it is very interesting. It seems to be giving sci-fi, a little bit of like thriller. I don't know enough about it to explain it correctly, but what I'm getting is there was some sort of a lab, like an experimental lab in this town, and they ran all these like genetic experiments, and I think, you know, most of their intentions seemed good. Like they mentioned making produce last longer and things like that, but apparently there's like a dark side of this lab where they have experimented either with animals or people and like genetic manipulation. Kind of learning this in retrospect, like present time, you're learning that like this happened, I'm not sure how long ago, it doesn't seem too long ago, but now like present day in the book, there's apparently like an animal or a person, something, we're not really sure what it is, but like this monster type of thing that's terrorizing the town and like killing animals, and yeah, that seems to be the premise. And the cool part is there's like seems to be like a good versus evil type of thing. So there is a monster from this lab that apparently escaped or got out. There's also a golden retriever who it seems that they manipulated this dog genetically as well, but he's good. He's a good character in the book, if you will. He has human-like intelligence and he has like self-awareness. So we're just now getting to the part in the book where he essentially gets adopted by one of the main characters in the book, and the main character is learning like, okay, you're not just an average dog. Like, you are very smart, you're intuitive, like it's almost like you can understand what I'm saying. So now we're getting to a part where him and another character are trying to communicate with the dog to find out like, why is he like this? So anyways, lots of things unfolding at the same time. It's been really good. I did purchase the first book of the ACOTAR series, so that is on my TBR. I don't know if that one's gonna be next, or if I'm gonna need a little bit of a palette cleanser in between these, because this book seems to be a lot. I wanna go to Books A Million and just have a little browse, have a little shop around, see what they have, and maybe a couple other places. Also, randomly, I need a new keychain. That's probably the most random thing I've ever gone shopping for. I'm dropping my keys. I've dropped my keys twice today, so I need something. Either, I don't really love those wristlet things, but I need something, some type of keychain that's easy to grab, easy to hold, like when my hands are full. So randomly, a new keychain is on my list if I happen to see one at the bookstore or somewhere else. So, okay, let's shut up now and just go shop. Quit talking about it and like, let's go do it. My Target haul is less exciting. I don't know that I've ever actually walked into a Target and walked out without buying one single thing. So I'm actually very proud of myself. Round of applause for me. But I will show you what I got last time I was at Target that I was hoping to potentially exchange today. However, I did not see any of these pieces in our Target. I got these pieces in Nashville and then came home and did not see these pieces anywhere. So that's okay. I'll keep them. I think they're gonna work. The first thing I got are these kind of khaki colored slack pants. Nothing really exciting. They're just kind of baggy slacks. I wore these for work and they're actually a little bit too big. I was hoping to get a size down, but my Target where I got these in Nashville, they also didn't have a size down. So I brought them home to see if they would have one here and they didn't. But the good thing is these are pants that you usually wear a belt with anyway, so I think they'll be okay. Then I also got a couple of these really nice material. It's a long sleeve bodysuit, which, to be honest, I never really snap the bodysuit things anyway. I just tuck them into my jeans. I don't like the feeling of that, and it doesn't matter, like it looks the same anyway. So I just like tuck this down into your jeans. I'm sure you're not gonna be able to tell this material, but it's really kind of like buttery. I'm not sure how to describe it. It's really thick. I feel like you could get away with not wearing a bra with these, which is awesome. So I got that one in black, and then this kind of like dusty rose color. It's coming across more kind of like, I don't even know how to describe that, but it's kind of a dark, what is this color? Like a, what am I trying to say? Not a brick red, well, kind of a little bit of a brick red. I don't know, I don't have to describe this accurately, you can see it. It's the same thing, just in a different color. I thought it would be really cute with jeans, and they feel super, super nice. So that's all from Target. And then I did go to Books A Million, which was such a fun little trip. I love going to a bookstore, and lately I have just been in my reading era. I have my Kindle, which I got a couple years ago, and I have to say, I love it. I didn't really expect to love it as much as I do, but I am very much into reading, and I get very excited about going to bookstores, doing all the bookish things, so it was a really fun trip, and I did get a few things. Okay, we have quite a haul from Books A Million. I actually got 4 different books, which I am really, really excited about all of these. The first one I got is The Housemaid is Watching. This is the 3rd book in the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. I love her writing. She's very spooky, but not too spooky. Like, I like a little bit of a mystery thriller, but I do not mess with any type of like paranormal, that type of spooky. I don't like that. So I really enjoy her writing. This is the 3rd book. I've read The Housemaid, and then The Housemaid is Watching, so this is the 3rd book, and I'm really excited to have this. I was trying to remember if I actually had the physical copy of The Housemaid is Watching. I feel like I may have read that on my Kindle. It's the red one, so if I don't have that, I might put that on my list just to keep it on my shelf, but very excited for this. I also picked up Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica. I probably said that wrong, but I've had this in my Amazon cart for quite a while. I've been wanting to pick this up. I think I found it last year and was reading about it last year, but as I was getting out of like spooky season, I was like, well, I'll just wait to get it next year for spooky season. So since we're in spooky season fully, I'm really excited to have this. I may actually read this after I finish The Watchers. So next up we have Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I've also been eyeing this book for a really long time. I just never pulled the trigger and purchased it. I have to admit, the whole reason I got into reading in the first place was from a Colleen Hoover book. I think Verity, I remember when I purchased those, it was actually in a vlog. If you go back, gosh, it was probably at least 2 years ago. We were in Destin. I took myself to Books A Million down in Destin, and I purchased Verity and It Ends With Us, and those were the first 2 Colleen Hoover books that I've ever read. And I want to say, as cheesy as it sounds, I really think those 2 books are what hooked me into reading. Colleen Hoover is just super easy to read, and I remember the first few pages of Verity, I was hooked. So as cheesy as it is, I know that she's kind of has mixed reviews about some of her writing, but I have enjoyed like branching out with other authors since Colleen Hoover, but she is really who got me into reading. So I do have to pay homage where homage is due, and I have seen this one for quite some time. This was on the sale rack as well, so I was like, I mean, it's $7. Let me go ahead and get that and just put that on my list. And then last but not least, I found Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I'm so excited to have this. This was also on the sale rack, but I think it's because it was a little bit damaged. Like, I don't even know if you can see these little bitty spots right there. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason it was on the sale rack, which, like, I'm kind of hard on my books sometimes anyway, so I don't really mind. But I have heard endless good things about this book. I can't wait to read it. This is probably going on the shelf that I'm gonna pick from when I need like a really good palate cleanser, just a really easy read between maybe some things that some other books that may be a little bit heavier or more of a storyline to them. I love her storylines, and I really, really love Emily Henry's writing, but they're a little bit more light. So I cannot wait to read this. Very, very excited. Okay, thank you for coming to my haul. My mom is on her way home from work, so I'm gonna catch up with her, see how her day was today. We'll probably do dinner somewhere tonight, and there she is right now. Hi, Mom. Oh, she stopped to get the mail. Okay, well, she's coming home, so G to G. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when we're gonna start making the chili. Actually, I'll see you guys in the morning because I'm meeting my bestie for coffee and the fall fun day, and then we'll do the chili.